Dear student, today I am going to start a very fascinating topic, that is cell. First of all, we have to know that what is cell. So let's start. Student, do you know how a mason build a building? You know? Don't know? Okay, let's see. First of all, what is it? One brick. किसी भी मकान को बनाने के लिए सबसे पहले एक ईंट लेता है. Then these brick join together to form a wall like this. This is wall. From brick a wall is formed, and with these wall, when four wall come together, there is a room. And a group of room is what? Is a house. You can see like this. This is a house. So from a brick there is a wall. From a wall there is a room. And the combination of room is nothing but the house. And a number of houses together form a colony. So this is the theme of the cellular structure of the organism. So as we are taking the brick over there to form a house, to build a house, here we'll take a cell. Cell. Just like brick is the fundamental unit of this house, the cell is the fundamental and basic unit of the body. A number of cells group together to form a tissue. So this is a number of cells grouped together and forming a tissue. Tissue is synonym to wall over there. But these cells must be similar in their function. Then they can form a tissue. And a group of tissue is what? That is an organ. That is an organ. This organ may be like this. This organ may be like ear. This organ may be like eyes. So different organs are formed with these tissue. Organ like a room. And when these organs perform a function, they form organ system. For example, when these organs come together, they form what? Face. Yeah. This is the organ system. And all the organ system join to form a body like this. So from here it is clear that cell is the fundamental or basic unit of life, which join together the group of the similar cell is called tissue, and the group of the tissue which perform a particular function is called organ, and the group of the organ which perform a particular type different function is called organ system. And all the organ system, when joined together, they form a body. So cell is the fundamental unit of the body, like the brick is the fundamental unit of this colony. I think now it is very clear that cell is of what importance to us. So let's discuss what happened. What is inside the cell? What the cell is particular is, how it is discovered. Student, now I am going to discuss the discovery of the cell, how we come to know about the cell. So three particular years to be considered in mind: 1665, 1674 and 1838. These are the most important year in the field of the discovery of the cell. So what happened in 1665? In 1665, Robert Hooke was working with his own self-designed microscope, that was the simple microscope. And he was just watching the cork. Cork is what? Cork is bark, is a wooden type. So when he was observing the cork, a slice of the cork, he find that there were some room-like structure. And in Latin words, the rooms are called cellula. So Robert Hooke, called these room-like structure cellula. And from cellula, the word cell derived. So this particular room-like structure, these are box-like structure, are nothing but the cell. So this was the initial discovery of the cell in 1665. After that, in 1674, there was an eminent scientist, that is Leeuwenhoek. Leeuwenhoek was the first who studied the living cell, particularly red blood cells, erythrocyte of the human. So Leeuwenhoek worked on the living cell and Robert Hooke on the dead cell, that is cork. After that, 1838, two most important scientists of the era, that is Schwann and Sladen. These scientists gave the cell theory. They told that cell is the basic unit of life. One more thing there, cell is the fundamental unit of life. And this is the cell theory. After them, Virchow, one more scientist over there, described the modern cell theory. What he told? Virchow said that every cell produced or formed from a pre-existing cell. That is modern cell theory. Now, the cell theory has three aspects. Cell is the basic unit of life, cell is the fundamental unit of life, and every cell produced from the pre-existing cell. So these scientists were milestone in the field of the discovery of the cell. Robert Hooke, Leeuwenhoek, Schwann and Sladen, and modern science, that is Virchow, given the modern cell theory. Now it is clear about the discovery of the cell. Now I am going to discuss the types of cells. Cells are of two types. Number one, prokaryotic cell, and number two, eukaryotic cell. What does it mean? Karyotic. Karyon means nucleus. Karyon means nucleus. Robert Brown discovered the nucleus or gave the term nucleus for a particular rounded body inside the cell. So cell is, or nucleus is also called as karyon. And this nucleus may be well developed or less developed. If this nucleus, that is karyon, is primitive type, then the cell will be called prokaryotic. Pro means primitive, karyon means nucleus. So primitive type nucleus. Means the nucleus is not having the nuclear membrane. Means nucleus is not well developed. These cells are called prokaryotic cells. And the second category is eukaryotic cells. EU. U means true. You can say well developed. So, and a karyon means nucleus. So, eukaryotic means the cells having the well-developed nucleus. Well-developed nucleus means having all the nuclear organization over there, that is nuclear membrane, nucleolus, chromosome, whatever nuclear organelles are there are present in the eukaryotic cells. So on the basis of the nucleus, the cells are divided into two categories. First one is the prokaryotic cell and the second one is the eukaryotic cell. And eukaryotic cell is well developed. We are having different types of the eukaryotic cell. We are made up of the eukaryotic cells. Now it is very clear to you. Okay. Can you please give me the example of the eukaryotic cell I have recently told? Yes, the cells of your body. Now what is the example of the prokaryotic cell? Think of it. Yes, you are right. Bacteria, BGA, blue-green algae. Okay, so this is prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Now, do you know what is the smallest cell? Smallest cell is PPLO. Pleuropneumonia-like organism. This is the smallest cell. Then what is the largest cell? Largest. Think again. What is the largest cell? Yes, you are right. This is ostrich egg. This is the largest cell. From one ostrich egg, we can have an omelette of compared to more than 5 or 6 egg or 7 egg there. Okay. The next is longest. Which is the longest? Smallest is PPLO. Largest is ostrich egg. And what is the longest cell? Think again. Yes. It is present in our body. Okay, you are again right. This is nerve cell. You can say neuron. This is the longest cell ever. And on the basis of the cell, the organism are of two types. First category is unicellular organism and the second category is the multicellular organism. Unicellular organism are those whose body organization is just made up of single cell. For example, protozoa. For example, amoeba. Amoeba is the unicellular organism because in a single cell everything is there. For example, Euglena. This is also example of the unicellular organism. And the multicellular, you know well, the well-developed human being, so-called well-developed, is the multicellular organism. So this is the difference between the unicellular and multicellular. Student, do you know there is a division of liver? What do you understand by the term division of the liver? As in your school, the liver is divided into different groups. One is management, second group of teacher, third group of peons, fourth group of someone else. So they are performing different duties. So this is the division of liver. In the same way, in a body, there is also a division of the liver. How? Heart performing other function concerning to blood, concerning to transport. Lungs performing different function concerning to exchange of the gases, and a kidney performing the different function, that is Yes, removal of the waste from our body. So as in our body, different organ performing different function, this is the division of labor. Now the question is there any type of the division of labor inside the cell? Cell is a minute organization, a tiny organization, can't be seen without most of the cell can't be seen without microscope. Yes, there is division of labor. A cell having different cell organelles. For example, nucleus. Nucleus is called the master of the cell, that is brain of the cell. Other organelle is plastid, chloroplast, kitchen of the cell. Lysosome, societal bag of the cell. So different cell organelle performing the different function. Therefore, there is the division of the labor inside the cell also exists. Now it is clear what is the division of labor, what is the difference between the unicellular and multicellular, what is the difference between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic. So this is all about, this is the foundation of this lesson, that is fundamental unit of life. Now we'll start the lesson, fundamental unit of life, that is cell.